Hey guys! So I know this looks completely different from my normal background and everything, so before you exit out and do something drastic, just wait for the good part. The reason that I decided to do this video is because I really needed to go through all of my makeup, reorganize everything, and I thought it'd be really fun while I already have everything out, just to kind of show you guys what I have and go through it together. I thought it'd be really fun just to change things up. Obviously this video is going to be super chill, casual. I mean, I'm sitting on the floor for God's sakes with half a background up, so you know, we're just gonna have a really fun time and go through my whole collection together. If you guys see something that you want me to go more in depth with, just let me know in the comments and I will definitely do that for you, because I'm just kind of gonna show you guys what I have and zip through it. And you know, in these videos, usually people do a disclaimer like, I have 1,000,001 makeup products, so don't judge me, but I buy all of this stuff with my own money, so I don't have 1,000,001 makeup products, but I have a pretty substantial makeup collection considering that I purchase everything myself. If you guys could just keep that in mind, I just really want to have a fun time with this and I hope you guys enjoy it. I love you all so much and let's get into the good stuff. Okay guys, so I'm going to start with like my least expensive section over here. This is the first drawer that I keep all of like my eyeshadow palettes in, and then some face palettes just kind of got mixed in there. The first one is the e.l.f.'s new Mad for Matte 2 palette. I just used this in a recent tutorial. It's just a really pretty fall shade selection. I've only used this palette twice. It's really good from what I can tell though. I would highly recommend it for the $10. Next is the Kathleen Lights and Morphe palette. I literally just got this in the mail today. I don't know why it took me so long, but I was attracted to it literally because of this one shade, but they're all so beautiful. I've only swatched a couple, but I mean, bam. Isn't that amazing? Cannot wait to play with this more. Moving on to this Morphe concealer palette. I don't really use this too much. The consistency is a little thick. Moving on to this is the Wet n Wild Coverall. This is great for the price. The next one that I'm about to show you is more like an everyday color corrector. That would be this Hard Candy Sheer Envy palette. I have used this so much. As you can tell, it's like super banged up. This is so good for the price. It's ridiculous because it doesn't get cakey because the consistency is a little thinner, which is what I tend to go for. Then I have my L'Oreal Infallible Total Coverage Concealer palette. Moving on to the rest of my eye palettes. This is my IT Cosmetic Most Wished For palette. So this is much more than eyeshadows. If you open it up, it also has blushes and lipsticks. This is a really great palette. I have a whole video demonstrating this. I can link that below for you if you're interested. Then one of my top palettes is my Tarteist Pro Amazonian Clay palette. I mean, these are just amazing. I love the duochrome shades. And then I'm a sucker for mattes. That's what I mostly use. So, I mean, perfect. Me and this palette have a good relationship. One of my other favorite palettes for the year is the Modern Renaissance palette. This is just everything you would want if you love warm shadows. It's just beautiful, so raved about, and I really think it's worth the hype. This is my one and only Too Faced palette, which I really don't understand because this is a really good quality shadow. I used to reach for the Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar all the time, but I just find myself trying out new things lately. On a more affordable note, this is my L'Oreal Le Nudes palette. I used to have all of the Le Nudes palettes because I love them all equally, but I ended up giving them to some girlfriends. This was just the one that I reach for the most. Moving on to my Urban Decay Full Spectrum Vice palette. This is just, you know, everything that you would need if you wanted to do a colorful look. They're all beautiful and a lot of them are unique in their very own way. So that's why I really loved this palette and wanted to get it before it was sold out because it is a limited edition. My Juvia's Place palette is the Nubian 2. This is one of my favorite consistencies of eyeshadow of all time. I can't wait to get my hands on the new palette that just came out. They're beautiful. I seriously recommend Juvia's Place and their brushes are great. Then my little Z palette from Sephora that you can barely see over there in the corner. And then I have a few Makeup Geek shadows. And then the rest of all of these are from Mary Kay. So I used to be really into Mary Kay and I just kind of kept the shadows that I liked. And yeah, that's what I keep in my little tiny Z palette. It's a little baby. One of my new favorite palettes is from Carity and it's their matte eyeshadow palette. I talked about this in my last favorites video. This has everything you would need in a matte shadow and that's why I picked it up. Honestly, I reach for this a lot more than my Vice palette, and it was less than half the price by far. I forget exactly how much, but yeah, this gets a lot of love. Okay, so these are all of my foundations. There's no rhyme or reason to them, but I'm just going to start from down here and work my way around. First one is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus they just came out with. Born This Way by Too Faced, one of my very first ones, high-end ones I got, love it. e.l.f. Flawless Finish, Revlon Color Stay, Milani Conceal and Perfect. I have two, one for when I tan, one for when I'm pale. The Dream Velvet by Maybelline. It Cosmetics CC Cream. Girl, I'm gonna have to refill because this is bomb. Ready Set Gorgeous by CoverGirl. Tarte Rainforest of the Sea. I have been loving that. Great for dry skin. Then my Dewy Smooth Fit Me by Maybelline. I also have one for when I tan and one for when I'm pale. Then Rimmel Lasting Finish. This is my go-to. Then I have all of my L'Oreal Infallibles. I have my e.l.f., the one that I just tried on in my last video. It's their Beautifully Bare. That's a horrible foundation. L'Oreal Lumi and True Match. Those are great oldie but goodies. Then I have mostly cushion foundations and the Dream Bat by Maybelline. For my Lumi cushions, I have a full video on each and every one, so if you want to check that out, I'll also have it linked below. So that's my foundations. Love. These are all of either my contouring or highlighting products that are liquid. Starting off with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Contour Kit. I mean, that is just famously amazing. I do really like this one from Maybelline. That is super blendable and creamy. And then these two by Revlon, I don't really go for, especially this one because it is so red. This is by Maybelline. It's the Strobing Stick. And then this one by Revlon is actually really pretty, and it is one of their photo ready sticks, but it's a highlighter. Then L'Oreal True Match Lumi NYX is alright as well. Nothing bad, but nothing amazing. Unlike these, I just got these by Maybelline. It is just gorgeous, you guys. I cannot recommend these enough. I am going to get the third shade as well, but can't talk about it too much. Sorry. Moving on. These are all of my Dream Bouncy blushes from Maybelline. Then I have a e.l.f. I don't know what it's called, but it's kind of like a highlighter and a blush mix. I haven't tried that out on my face yet, but it looks really pretty from the swatches. Probably one of my fullest drawers is all of my face powders, not including my setting powders. So like contour, bronzer, blush, highlighter. I include that all in one drawer. And yeah, it gets a little crowded. But I am again going to start down here and work my way around. The very first thing is one of the newest, and that is the e.l.f. Illuminating palette I just tried. My contour palette, which is, you know, tried and true, love it. Again, with my Wet n Wild contour palette in Dulce de Leche. Then a L'Oreal Infallible Pro contour. And then my Wet n Wild Color Icon bronzer. NYC, this is so pigmented. These are all of my Physicians Formula bronzers. And then these are like all of my sample sizes. So I have my Hoola, Chocolate Soleil, Bahama Mama. Then my only e.l.f. blush. Then I have all of my Mary Kay blushes, really pretty. Then my Wet n Wild Color Icon in Apricot. I love that blush. Then I have these two butter blushes from Physicians Formula. Then I have a blush, I haven't even tried this. I don't know, it's Manicadar Beauty. Milani blushes, Luminosa of course. Another one. One of my favorites is Milani and Romantic Rose. One of my favorite highlighters is from Physicians Formula. That one's Warm Nude. My Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighting powder. Then I have my Essence So Glow Cream to Powder highlighter. That is really pretty. Physicians Formula Mineral Pearls. Talked about that a lot. Then I have my L'Oreal True Match Lumi. I honestly hate that highlighter. Then my Essence Pure Nude highlighter, that's just like the powder one, is my Hard Candy Glow All the Way. It's an ombre blush and Punch Something. e.l.f. bronzer, but that bitch has so much glitter in it that you never use that for a bronzer. I swear it's... This is all of my face powders. The next thing that is in my little drawers over there is this sits on top of my other storage. So it holds like my lipsticks, and the thing that is on top of it is my lip liners. I only use Rimmel lip liners. They're so good. First drawer is all of my glitter products. And as you can tell, the thing that takes up the most room is the Revlon Photo Ready Eye Art. I am obsessed with these. I own every single one. Then I have my brow drawer. I have my Ka-Brow, then I don't know, this isn't very organized, but I try. So these are kind of like brow fiber products, and then I just tried this recently. This is Rimmel's Brow Gel. But then I have all of my brow pencils, which are not in the right place. Let's scoot it back. Okay, so moving on to lipsticks, this is my nudes drawer. I have a lot of Maybelline's Cover Shot. I have a Jeffree Star, some NYX. Then this is my color drawer for all of my lipsticks. Then I have this drawer, which is kind of like if I have a lip product I don't know where to put or whatever, then I just stick it in here. And also I'm running out of room, hence me going through all of this and getting rid of these plastic style drawers. That is the entire drawer that I keep on top. Okay guys, so these are all of my face powders, setting my face in any kind of way. I did actually throw in one darker Fit Me because that stays in that drawer. Starting off with the e.l.f. HD Luminous Powder, I really liked that, and my e.l.f. Tutorial NYX HD Powder is one of my all-time favorites. NYX Banana Powder, oh my goodness, so good for dark circles. This is my Mary Kay Loose Foundation Powder. CoverGirl Advanced Radiance, Kat Von D Loose Powder. I've been using my Revlon Photo Ready powder a lot. This is a beautiful powder. It's so smooth. Like, I wish you could just touch it through the camera. It feels like butter. Then my e.l.f. Under Eye Setting Powder. I have 2 air spuns. Then these are all my Fit Me's. And then I also got this one. The color is Natural Tan. This is for bronzing up my face. The next drawer is my mascaras, a few of my eyeliner products. You'll figure out why it's just a few in a second. My eye bases, my gel eyeliners, and then all of my single shadows. Once again, I'm going to be starting off in this corner. So I have the CoverGirl So Lashy with the one with the ball. Then I have my 2 Maybelline Big Shot Colossal and Push Up Angel. Then I have my Roller Lash, also Better Than Sex Mascara, Mad Lash by The Balm. Then the It Cosmetics Superhero, I didn't even know it was called that. That crappy ass mascara from e.l.f. I just tried. This is kind of cool. This is from NYX, but it's for like the lower lash line. Look at how thin that is. It's so cute. My only waterproof is by Mary Kay. Then I have, of course, MAC's Soft Ochre Paint Pot. I also have an e.l.f. one and Ain't That Sweet, super pretty. I have a Mary Kay one that's a really similar color to the e.l.f. Then I have my e.l.f. gel liner, Mary Kay gel liner. I have my Milani eyeshadow primer. NYX in Milk, that's the best one in my opinion. This is an e.l.f. liner I bought for the tutorial I never used. Ooh, this is my new favorite that I just dropped all over the place. This is by L'Oreal. It's one of their kohl pencils in Noir. It's really fabulous. It's super pigmented and you can like, look how well that smudges out. Then I have a Wet n Wild one, another Wet n Wild one. One of my favorites is Physicians Formula liquid liner. I have a waterproof Maybelline. I actually have 2. I have Maybelline Skinny Pencil. I don't really like that. I'm not super into tight lining. I'm not going to go through all of these, but I just kind of store all of my single eyeshadows in this, and I never reach for them, which is really sad. Okay, so this is the last drawer. I'm going to show you all of my primers and setting sprays, and then I have some goodies in store. So don't go anywhere. I hope this video isn't too long. I'm going to try to make it as snappy as I can, but, you know, had to show you everything. Starting off with primers, my very favorite is the L'Oreal Magic Perfecting Base. I have my e.l.f. Prep, I have my e.l.f. Prep and Hydrate Balm. Rimmel Stay Matte, don't use it too much because of dry skin. my Maybelline Baby Skin. I would prefer to use my Professional. This is my NYX Hydra Touch. This does not keep my makeup on worth a crap. I have my Mary Kay Foundation Primer. I used to use this all the time back in the day. And then my e.l.f. primer. This is for blemish control. Then this one is kind of like a strobing cream, but not that intense. Setting spray, Urban Decay All Nighter. I always pick up a travel size because I always forget to buy it. Then this horrific product of a primer mist. This is my e.l.f. Makeup and Mist and Set. My L'Oreal Infallible. I got a travel size just to test it out. I have a Mary Kay setting spray. They teamed up with Scandinavia. And then of course, Max Prep and Prime Fix Plus. If you guys were wondering, like, Raylene, where the heck are all of your concealers at? That's what I meant by goodies. This I keep on top. This I keep on top of my vanity, and it just kind of stays there because it has a few things that I reach for all the time. This is where I keep all of my concealers. I had to move it back a little bit. If you notice, right on top is a lip balm, and that is so I remember to use a lip balm. Sorry if the lighting changed a little bit. It got dark while I was talking to you, so it's like and really harsh. Like I said in my intro, if you guys, want me to go into depth in anything that I just talked about, because I know it was really quick, just let me know in the comments and I will be happy to do that. Hopefully everybody enjoyed this video. It was so much fun for me to just do a change of pace of things, because usually everything's so like polished and edited, and this was just really chill and relax. And I want to know if you guys like this style of videos, so definitely give it a thumbs up if you do. I love you guys so much. I hope everybody has a beautiful day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, you guys.